Is it a duck or not? What's good? It's the one, the only boy, I know boxing, coming back at y'all with another one, man. We got Jose Ramirez in the news. All right, so Jose Ramirez has turned down a chance to fight for the WBC belt against Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis, who is now a two-time light welterweight champion and a current WBC champion at light welterweight. And Jose Ramirez is mandatory or something like that. But anyways, yeah, it's mandatory. And they were looking to make the fight between the two. Now, the fight was going to go to the purse bid, and they were saying it was going to be a 65-35 split in favor of Regis Prograis. So before we get into it, man, let me read you the article of what's going on. Let me let you know what Regis Prograis has to say about this. Then I shall give you my opinion. Check it out. All right, so shout out to Boxing News 24. It states, Jose Ramirez rejects Regis Prograis WBC 140-pound title shot. Jose Ramirez has chosen to reject the title shot against WBC light welterweight champion Regis Prograis due to his reported unhappiness with the 65-35 purse split he would also be getting for the fight. According to Mike Carpenter of ESPN, instead of that split, Ramirez wanted a 50-50 split as the challenger. Ramirez says he hopes to make the fight happen in the future with Prograis. Turning down the fight is a good way for Ramirez to dodge a loss to Prograis because the way he's looked recently, he'd stand no chance against the newly crowned WBC champion. Ramirez lost to Josh Taylor last year, and in 2020, he barely beat Victor Postal. The year before that, Ramirez won a highly controversial 12-round majority decision over Jose Zepeda. For the fans that saw that fight, they felt that Zepeda got robbed. You can argue that Ramirez's record in his last 5 fights should be 2-3. With the way Ramirez has performed since 2019, the last thing he needs is to fight a talent like Regis Prograis. That guy might finish off what's left of Ramirez's sinking career because he looks to be over the hill. On social media, Ramirez is being racked over the coal by boxing fans who see this as a 100% duck on his part by turning down a title shot instead of fighting Prograis. Ramirez could wind up fighting 35-year-old former IBF champion, lightweight champion Richard Comey, who has a 2-1 record in his last 5 fights. Who did Richard Comey just lose to? I remember Tio just knocked dude out, but who did Richard Comey just lose to? Man, he just lost us. Lomachenko. I think it was Lomachenko, right? I think he lost to Lomachenko last year. For Ramirez's sake, we hope he doesn't hold his breath waiting for a second chance because he's an old 30 and not getting better, as we saw in his poor performances in his last 2 fights against Jose Pedraza and Josh Taylor. Prograis wanted to fight Ramirez years ago, but was foiled at every turn and wound up choosing to fight in a tournament, losing to the Scottish fighter Josh Taylor by a highly questionable decision in 2019 in London, England. The writer saw that fight and had Prograis winning. Interestingly, Taylor never gave Prograis a rematch. I'm disappointed in the split, Ramirez said to ESPN. The fight should definitely be 50-50. I was okay on 10%. I'll take 10% less. But I can't be fighting for free and risk too much of a pay cut. Boxing is a tough sport, and we want to make sure we get value. This is a huge fight versus Prograis that is not being promoted properly. Hopefully, we can make the fight happen in the future when we both can get compensated as we should. So that's interesting.
Ask you, now that you have the bout, will you take on Jose Ramirez or Josh Taylor? But I just got a text from Jose. He said, tell Regis I'm proud he won. I was cheering him on and would love to face him. No questions for him, Richard. Just have him get some rest, and I would love to share the ring with him. Any response for that?
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I guess, right, it's no response to that's cool. Listen, Jose Ramirez been ducking me for 5 years, and now I got this belt, now he won't fight me. But listen, that's cool. We can now, listen, all right, it's cool. Thank you, Jose Ramirez. We'll fight. Listen, I wanna start changing my personality because I have an accent and people think I'm ignorant. So I want to start being more humble. I'm really trying to be more humble and stuff like that now. So I want to kind of calm myself down.
I don't know why people kind of forget the notion of a champion being a champion, but bro, my opinion is, Jose, you're not the champion. You don't, it ain't no 50-50 fight, my dude. You're not the champion. Regis is the champion. He deserves more of the lion's share. All right, Jose Ramirez has a pretty good resume. He has a pretty decent resume. I mean, he has a victory over Jose Pedraza. I'm sorry. He lost to Josh Taylor. He does have, you know, he got a majority decision victory over Victor Postal. He has Maurice Hooker. That's a good name. The first person to beat Maurice Hooker, actually. That's a good name. Although I never thought highly of Maurice Hooker, but he does have a victory over Maurice Hooker. Okay. Jose Zepeda. Many people thought he lost that fight. All right. Many people thought he lost that fight against Jose Zepeda. All right. You know, Amir Imam. Now, a lot of you got to be a hardcore boxing fan to remember Amir Imam. Amir Imam was coming up with Don King, and he actually he was scouted to be the next big thing at 140 until he ran into Adrian Granado. So a lot of you can't be a Johnny Come Lately to know who that is. But anyways, you know, he has a okay resume, you know, but again, he doesn't deserve no 50-50. He doesn't deserve no 50-50 with the champion. Regis, to me, I think Regis may have an even better resume. Again, Jose Ramirez has a majority decision over Jose Zepeda, who, you know, Regis Prograis just stopped. Now I know triangle theories don't, you know, matter, but I'm just saying, like, Regis has the better resume. All right, he beat Ivan Redcash. All right, cool. Terry Flanagan. You know, Joel Diaz Jr. Jose Zepeda, we just talked about that. Regardless, I mean, you know, Julius Ndongo, who was a former unified champion, Abel Ramos. So their resumes are about the same, but at the end of the day, Regis Prograis has the belt. All right, Ramirez doesn't have the belt, so you don't get to determine like a 50-50 split. You can't argue for that, my dude. Y'all are selling about the same amount. It's not like Jose Ramirez is selling like 50,000 tickets and stuff like that. But you're not that big of a star, my guy. Like, no, you don't deserve no 50-50 when Regis is the champ. Regis deserves it. Regis deserves that 60-40 or 65-35, like, regardless. So, you know, like, I do see like this is it. And as you guys can see, Regis stated he's been calling this man out for years now. I think this is just another duck tactic by Jose Ramirez. People got to realize that there's so many more ways to ducking than just saying I don't want to fight. When you demand for money, or when you demand for a purse or a percentage that you know that you're not gonna get, that is a way of ducking. I'll make a video about different ways that people duck fights. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Jose Ramirez ducked Regis Prograis? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?